Okay, question 7. Jackie has 2 summer jobs. She works as a tutor, which pays $12 per hour, and she works as a lifeguard, which pays $9.50 per hour. She can work no more than 20 hours per week, but she wants to earn at least $220 per week. Which of the following system of inequality represent this situation in terms of X and Y, where X is the number of hours she tutors and Y is the number of hours she works as a lifeguard? Okay, so for this question is a system of inequality. And what we had to do is we had to come up with our own inequalities here. Okay, so based on the word problem, I had to be able to write 2 inequality to represent this scenario. But we don't necessarily have to solve. Okay, so we'll just have to write out the inequalities here. So first, we have 2 things going on. Okay, so there is she works as a tutor and also she works as a lifeguard. Okay, so I have X and Y. And there are also 2 restrictions here. Okay, so we know the total number of hours can be no more than 20 hours per week. And then she had to earn at least $220. So based on these 2 conditions, we had to come up with our inequality. Okay, so let's think about the number of hours. So she worked no more than 20 hours. So that means the total number of hours she worked had to be less than or equal to 220, right? Is the maximum is 220, right? So it had to be either smaller than, excuse me, 20 hours, not 220. Okay, so the total number of hours had to be less than or equal to 20, right? So it had to be either smaller than 20 or equal to 20. Okay, so how do we write an equation to represent the total number of hours? Well, we know X represents number of hours she tutor and Y is the number of hours she works as a lifeguard. So we add the 2 numbers, right? X and Y, that would be the total hours. Have to be what? No more than 20, right? So it had to be less than or equal to 20. Okay, so it had to be smaller, either smaller than 20 or equal to 20, but cannot be more than. Right, cannot go over 20. So that should be one of the inequality. So based on that, we can eliminate A and D. Okay, so here had to be less than. Okay. And then our second inequality will be based on the total amount of money here. Right, she wants at least $220. Right, so at least 220, that means is had to be greater than 220 or equal to 220. It cannot be less than that, right? It had to be either more or equal to 220. So the total amount of money we had to say is, right, so for each hour she tutored, $12. So it'd be the total amount of money she earned by tutoring had to be 12 times X. Right? For whatever X is, we multiply by 12. That'll give us a total for the amount that she earned for tutoring. And then plus how much for lifeguard and 9.5 per hour. So it'll be 9.5 times Y. So this total amount had to be at least 220, so greater than equal to 220. Okay, so that will be our second inequality, which is matches with letter C here. Okay, so that should be our final answer for this one here.